Are we live? Hi. Oh my word, guess where I am? I'm on Instagram. Let me go and find. Hi everybody. Hello everyone. I'm so unorganized today. Where's all my stuff?
Oh my word, everyone is asking, is Sammy back?
Timmy's not back.
Did you guys miss me? Oh my gosh. I missed all you guys too.
Don't stroke Timmy's ego like that, everybody. Hi everybody. Hi. We hope you're having a nice Friday. The weather was so nice this morning. Yes, and did you notice Timmy's back and we're late?
Guys, it's because don't you see the light is a bit different? Don't you see the hue is a bit different of our video today?
Ooh. Guys, today we're going to be reading the scary stories. It's also Q&A Friday, and it's also yes, it's we're giving a voucher today. Giving away a voucher today, guys. Q&A voucher. What else are we missing? How's it going with your nails, everybody? With your Halloween nails? We're seeing some of the entries coming through fast and swiftly, and it's really good. Really good. I'm sure this was a category everybody was waiting for because the work is looking top notch. Don't those lights hurt your eyes? No. Trust me.
Guys, I want to show you the light.
We can show you the light.
I'm scared it's going to break the camera.
You can show the light to me.
Guys.
Look at our light, guys.
I don't know if we can rotate the whole thing, but it's like that. So it's a whole
Timmy's breaking down the whole place here.
Yes. Setup, yeah.
Showing our whole massive light.
We'll turn the lights back on when we need to show stuff.
I've really impressed myself with my nails. I just finished mine. Can't wait for you guys to see it. That's Amanda. No, I'm telling you guys. The work has been... I am so impressed with everybody's work, honestly. You really took it. You took how did they say it? You understood the assignment. That's what I'm trying to say. Just finished my own nails. Guys, we're just waiting for one or two more people, and then we can actually start then.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm back, and the Spotify lady's back too.
The Spotify lady's back. Everything's back to normal now that Timmy's back. Fine. Let me put my phone here, then I can see the comments also. So guys, if you have any questions that you want to, obviously I'm reading the news today, but welcome to our Halloween month edition of spooky stuff that's got to do with nails. Yes, because we like fun and playing around with things. Disclaimer, we must add the disclaimer first, guys. We are not evil. That is the disclaimer. We're just having fun. Okay, playing around and having fun, doing all the extraordinary things we wouldn't ordinarily do at, so yeah. I think Halloween is that one, like October's that one season where you get to do the strange and weird and wonderful things, man. Especially like on nail art. Who makes snakes at Valentine's Day? You can go make a snake at Valentine's Day if you want
actually.
to. You could make a snake. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Valentine's Day is all hearts and love and cute. Like Halloween is spooky and cute and scary and gory and can be everything in one. So that's why it's exciting for us to do it. But guys, just before we get into the stories, who's asking here? Alma asked, Timmy, how was your holiday, Jet 2 holiday?
Guys, it was so nice. I went to Nice and
Timmy saw elephants.
I went to see the elephants. I went to Oatswin also. Oh, guys. Anyway, it was nice because we went to the Kango Wildlife Ranch. Not the Kango Caves, unfortunately.
She went to Oatswin and she didn't go to the Kango Caves.
Guys, because our Airbnb was so scary, that's actually a horror story. But yes. It was very nice driving through the Western Cape.
I love my nail pop machine, but I don't really use it. I don't really use it, but I'm thinking of selling it. Oh. You can get adventurous with a nail pop machine, man. You must just, don't be too hasty to sell it. You never know. But there's lots of things you can do that you can use to cut out little pictures and use them inside of nail art. You could also do things that is like almost corporate-y, where you can say to people you're able to print logos out and do custom work for them. So think about it before you let it go. Because sometimes I don't often use the nail pop machine, but there's times when I do. Because like sometimes if I need to like do a specific logo on nails, when did I do the nail pop machine where I made a logo?
Oh, we did it for a lot of things.
We did it for a lot of things. Where I like couldn't necessarily Barbie. I didn't feel like painting the Barbie logo. So we printed the logo and then put it on the nail and incorporated it into the rest of the art. So
when we did
always it works. Somehow it just comes in handy when you need it. The day you let it go, next day you're gonna get a request for something where it's gonna say, flip, I needed my nail pop machine for this.
Yeah, because like we use it, especially like with cartoons. Like when we did the Powerpuff Girl nails.
Yeah.
We did Bratz nails. We did during Christmas. We did that Jack Skeleton nails.
We used it a lot at season times. Yeah, like maybe people want little spookies or something.
I don't know if you've ever seen those video chains where, okay, this is very cringe, but people put like photos on their nails.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are aunties out there who want the photo on their nail.
Yeah.
So yeah, think about it. But anyway, yes, guys. So we are. Yes, if you're saying wait for December, it really comes in handy. So true. Good advice there. Anyway, so guys, we did this Halloween competition where we're going to give a voucher away, but you had to send in your scary story. Like, we wanted a story from you. Like fun, something funny or something scary that happened to you in your nail salon. And we just wanted you to share that. We've selected a winner from the comments though. So we got some stories in, we laughed at a lot of the stories. Some of the stories was actually quite painful. Yeah. Painful. Those are real horror stories.
Some of them almost made us gag.
Somebody sent me pictures with their story to prove their story, and that pictures were like, So we're going to be reading out some of that stories in between the Q&A. If you have any questions to ask us, please let us know. And if you would like us to, if we're able to show you something that you've asked, we will show you as well. But listen, guys, let's go through like one story here. I don't even know which story to start out with. Did you see my story? I also put my story there. Tell me, why didn't you put my story? Is my story not good enough?
Didn't pass the criteria.
She says my story didn't pass the criteria. But anyway, yeah, at Barbie Effect _nails, or I should say _SA, she said, not really a story, but probably one of the most traumatic experiences while working. My cuticle nipper fell and I tried to catch it between my legs and it stabbed me. And she had to pull it out. I had to pull it out. Oh, she had to pull the end out and had to wait for a while for the bleeding to stop. And her client seemed like she was going to faint on the other side of the table. She stabbed herself with her own cuticle nipper in her leg.
That happened to me.
What if that hit that main artery going through your legs? That's dangerous. You guys, be careful with your tools out there, people. You know what happened once to me in the college when I was teaching in college? Those years we used to work with acid primers. Like, I don't know where they got that acid primer from, but acid primer. And somebody dropped a bottle of acid primer on their legs while they were busy doing their practical, but didn't say anything. And it soaked into her stockings, because remember those years you had to wear stockings and shoes, like the whole uniform. And it soaked through the nylon stockings onto her legs, and she must have been burning there for a bit before she said, "Ma'am, my leg is burning." And when I got to the table, let me tell you, you see the top of my glove? Yeah, so we had to do like a little surgery there and, go to the sick bay and burn shield, you name it, because of primer falling onto the leg. Thank the Lord we don't work with acid primers. There's nothing wrong with acid primers, guys, but you know what I'm saying, man. We don't work with it anymore, so there wasn't that accident. Also, I had many students glue themselves to the desk.
Oh, that's happened to me before.
You see, even Timmy glued herself to the table.
No, actually, the glue fell on my fluffy pajamas pant, and it burnt a hole in it.
So the smoke coming out of the glue.
I love to tell the
burnt a
tale.
hole in her pajamas. Okay, we have another scary story. I wonder who this is. Gregor sent us a scary story.
Wow, who's that?
I wonder who Gregor is. Gregor said, if you want to hear a real scary story, I can tell you about the time my wife asked my opinion on her nails and I said, that's cool, but I like natural short nails.
Ooh.
Yeah. We wonder who Gregor is. How's Gregor still on the social media? Then Zalmarie, who can't qualify to win, sent us a story. Do you know that, guys, we had a ghost in our mascara shop in PE? Not the new PE store, guys. Don't worry, that store has been sanctified and cleaned. But in our old store back in the beginning, there was a little spook. Well, we'd like to imagine that it was a little spook. She said in her first mascara PE store, we had our very own ghost. The store had wooden floors and all our shelves was made out of wood finishes. We've really come a long way from the wood finishes, eh?
Yeah.
So already setting the scene for a haunted space. When working alone early mornings and late evenings, I don't know why Zalmarie was alone early mornings and late evenings.
That's scary.
When no one was there. And she was upstairs alone in the training room. This is like really setting horror movie vibes here. I could hear him moving around downstairs and coming up and down the stairs, throwing our stock on the floors during the day. And when we got there in the morning, we had always had to pick the stock up from the floor. And Zalmarie just sat upstairs doing her nails when all this was going on around her. Okay? He became part of their daily lives and their daily routines.
Someone said they would have given it to me. Someone said it was Gregor.
alleged that the ghost was a previous owner. Let me just clear this up. Not a previous owner of mascara, but a previous owner who had unalived himself in the house. And Zamri sat upstairs doing her nails. Just picture Zamri buffing her nails, and downstairs is all this commotion going, and you like still sitting there checking to see if your nails. That is too much for my soul. Okay. Luyanda sent us a message as well. She said her horror story is once she had a client come in for a late night nail set. Everything was normal until halfway through. The power suddenly went off and the salon was pitch black and the UV lamp died midway. That is a horror story.
That's a horror story right there.
You can't even go outside to the sun because this is now at night. Okay. And we both just sat there in silence, and a few seconds later they just heard the tiniest click, 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 and the sounds coming from the nail desk. She checked with the phone's flashlight and saw her electric drill was spinning by itself.
We need to play church music, guys. It's getting scary.
Can we just put on our Hill Songs playlist?
It's getting scary in here.
She nearly threw the whole drill through the window because it is an electric drill, and to this day they can't figure out how that drill switched on by itself. Maybe it was Gregor. We're gonna play Gregor for everything today.
Guys, our Michael Jackson music is hacking. It's getting scary.
And it's Michael Jackson. We say no more. Remember I discussed with you last week Timmy's fear, eh?
Oh yes, guys, Michael Jackson.
Timmy has a real fear of Michael Jackson.
I love his music, guys. Don't get me wrong, but
she has a fear of Michael Jackson. Yeah, but I guess if you met Michael Jackson in a dark space,
I think it would be scary. Imagine that.
You would say, Simone, why are you scared? I love you.
You would say, Shimon, why are you scared?
And you would say, why are you here, Michael? And he'd say, for some supreme. I know our jokes is boring. Okay. Then we got a story in from, I'm trying to sift through the stories. I'm looking for the juiciest stories. I want to tell my story.
We're playing the wrong story here, because why is sexual healing playing? Our playlist is all over the show today.
This is the Valentine's Day playlist. Yeah. Wait. So, I will tell my story, guys, because Timmy eliminated my story from here. My horror story was once in our salon, we had a new lady book in for the morning to have her nails done. And she came in and she sat down, and we were like a few nail techs, and it was myself and my colleague. We were like all next, everybody's in a row. And I was doing this lady's nails, and then a regular came in, we'll call her Mrs. Smeary, came in and she sat down and did her nails. So we are very familiar with Smeary because she's a regular. This was a new one. And this one, the new one, couldn't stop talking about the holiday that she's going on, and she was having her nails done because she's going on this holiday with her new boyfriend and blah, 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 blah. And then she mentioned that she was going to this specific spot. And then Miss Mary said, oh, that's an amazing spot because I often go there with my husband. Get where this story is going. And then she said, yes, she's so excited because this is the first time. And, you know, she's just excited to go on this holiday and be with this man who obviously treats her like gold because he's the one who booked her for the nails and paid for the whole beauty treatment before they leave. And then Mrs. Smeary said she misses going to those places because once before, she and her husband would often go there, and she would accompany him on his business trips there. And then new customers said, yeah, this is a business trip that I'm accompanying. And then she said his name, Bob, with. And then Miss Mary said, Wow, what a coincidence. My husband's name is also Bob.
Ooh.
We'll just finish that story right there because you know what actually happened. Bob, who's so for sin, had booked his girlfriend, mistress in at the same salon as his wife. And we had them both at the tables at the same time, both having their nails done. And that is when Mrs. Smeary figured out why she was not going on the business trips anymore.
Ouch.
Ouch.
That
was a horror story. It could have turned into a whole fiasco. I thought it was going to be like MMA happening after that at the tables. But yeah, luckily Mrs. Smeary kept it together and used her brains because she took Bob to the cleaners.
I hope Bob is alone.
Yeah. You should have seen Bob though. I didn't know why Bob was such a hot commodity anyway.
Yeah, Bob should have stuck to the building.
Anyway, Bob should have stuck to the building. Guys, has anybody got any questions that you would like to ask us? We're blaming Bob for everything now. Yeah, no, Bob. Yeah. What is a horror story for you in the salon? A horror story for me would be when the customer says to me, my husband doesn't like neon colors.
And remember the toes, guys? The white toes.
White toes. Fluff on the nail. We have another horror story of somebody that we know as well. Her name is Roxy. She does pedicures. And one day in a pedicure, she was clipping a nail.
Ew.
And her customer's toenail flew straight into her mouth.
That is terrible. Oh,
I would so be done with this career after that.
I would rinse my mouth with cleanser.
Yeah. The questions they've got is, when are you doing your nails on the live charms? Yo. Guys, they always come for me and my nails. I actually thought I was going to do my nails today, really.
Maybe we do your nails in the next live.
And then I was like, okay, maybe we should do something, yes. Save the nails, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I'll save my hands till next week. What's at one hand till next week? Because if I do both hands on the live, we're going to be a whole day, guys. I'm slow like slow. Skull putt.
We should do acrylic.
Who wants to do acrylic nails?
My Charmaine do acrylic nails.
Must we do acrylic? When last did I have a set of acrylic on? That is a plan to me. Okay, we'll do that next week. I'll obviously do a pre-prep set, but I'll leave 2 or 3 nails totally raw, stark as naked, and then we'll build them on the live. Then we can go through everything that you need to know about acrylic.
Everyone's saying, acrylic.
Because I think people have an acrylic sometimes feels like Halloween for some people. Why are you guys so scared of acrylic? I'm going to ask that question to you now. Why is everybody so scared of acrylic? Tell me your horror lies that you have heard about acrylic. I'm sure everybody will say that acrylic damages your nails. You know who's the problem with acrylic? It's not the acrylic.
I once had a new client come to me with fungus on all her nails, and she told me, no, it was just stain from curry.
Oh, she eats with her feet.
Someone said, it's too hard and I'm scared of the monomer smell. Someone said acrylic hates to see me coming.
Oh, okay, yes. Monomer smell can be a thing. I know you either I would say you either love it or you hate it. You've got to have good ventilation if you're working with monomer. But yes, monomer smell can be a thing, especially if you're working at home. Then it can be a bit of I can understand the monomer thing. But yeah, why are we playing Michael Jackson? Is it because he's scary? Yes. Liam said. Okay. We had a whole interaction on TikTok as well.
the whole stained situation.
Oh my
She
word.
was on a TikTok live when it happened. One of my clients sniffed her nails like an odd one when she works with acrylic. What does she
Yes.
sniff it?
I also have I had a customer who used to do that weird stuff. I had a customer that I had to actually keep the monomer dish close to me because she would want to sit with the monomer dish like this.
I will never forget the first time I smelled monomer. I remember it was when it was in one of Charmaine's training classes. And I used to love, because remember I told you I used to love being a model there. So once I walked into the class and there was a silver dish on the table and that purple stuff in it. And I was like, ooh, what is this? And I don't know why my first instinct was to sniff it. And I took the biggest sniff of my life of that stuff. You guys, I almost passed out.
That was the day that the damage was done. Do you get an odorless monomer? You do get an odorless monomer, but we don't have an odorless monomer in our range. But here's the interesting fact while we're on this story. Odorless doesn't necessarily mean it's better or safer. What they do with odorless monomers is they add ingredients to it to mask the smell so that your brain doesn't pick up on the senses of, I don't like the smell. So how it works is when you smell something, your brain and your olfactory senses, I still remember that from theory days. At least my brain is not letting me down today. But what happens is it immediately tells you, I like the smell, I don't like the smell. That's why you get some people who likes the smell of petrol and some people who don't like the smell of petrol. It's all about how your brain perceives something. And it's also, yes, most definitely is a way that your brain guards you by saying, this could potentially be a dangerous thing, so don't, so we're not going to go stand in a room full of gas and just sniff it up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a way that your brain protects your body from becoming overexposed to something. When you work with a thing like monomer, monomer is not dangerous for you, but most definitely if you're going to continuously work in an environment that isn't ventilated, you can become overexposed to working in that smell all the time. Now, when you work with an odorless monomer, which is what many nail techs do to avoid not being in the smell, it doesn't mean that factor of the smell is not there, so it's okay, is gone. In actual fact, you're running the risk of getting yourself more overexposed because now your brain can't tell you, I've had enough of the smell, because it can't smell the monomer. The vapor of the monomer isn't there. So now you're just working in this odorless because there's no smell. And then you start getting the overexposure to monomer symptoms, which can be like flu-like symptoms. Some people can have like very weird symptoms to it. But it's because you work in that odorless monomer all the time and you're not taking your regular breaks. So when you work with acrylic, the vital things, remember guys, I worked with acrylic for years. Acrylic is still my number one choice of product to work with. You must just take breaks in between and make sure the windows are open so your room is ventilated, and you should be okay. Should be fairly safe. So yeah. So odorless, I'm not saying odorless is I'm just saying that if you work with an odorless product, you still have to take breaks. Doesn't mean that because it's odorless, it's fine. But also the downside of odorless is odorless is a weird way of polymerizing. It's the monomers are normally like very oily in what is the word we're looking for? In like consistency. Yeah, oily in consistency. And then the setup of your acrylic feels almost rubbery before it gets hard. And if you're like me, I work a little bit faster, I can't have all that. It needs to like harden while I'm working. So yeah, I'm kind of like, but then if I take into consideration the monomers of today to the monomers of where we started, we've come a very long way. I find that these monomers are way more low odor than what we used to work with. And then there's MMA that will just blow your brains out. Somebody says they get sick from monomer, but the dust is just too much as well. Okay, the filing dust, yes.
Someone replied to that and said it's like a Portuguese roll.
You guys are funny. Then we got another. I'm going to leave the winning story for last. Oh, then guys, I just want to go back to the competition side of things. For those that are on the live now who want to enter, I just want to explain to you how it works. It is, you've got to create a set of spooky nails that is going to be based on your favorite Halloween movie, or your Halloween TV show, or your Halloween cartoon, whatever, but in the Halloween entertainment world of movies, cartoons, TV shows. And then it can be, I got a lot of questions of people asking me, must it be on somebody's hands? We don't have rules for that. So you can do a free set, you can do it on somebody's hands, whichever way you want to depict it. But try and think out of the box, so try and get creative with your sets, you know, like do something extraordinary if you can. And then it can be 1 nail, it can be 5 nails, it can be 10 nails, whichever suits you in terms of what you want to depict. And then somebody also asked me if they can do, must it be 1 movie? Can they do multiple movies? Entirely up to you. As long as we get to see we can tell where the inspiration is being drawn from. And then the competition started on the 10th of October, and it will cut-off date for entries is the 23rd of October. So that is next week Friday. That means this month is finished. Guys, you must do your tax at the 20th.
Oh my goodness.
Cut-off date. So just saying, that's another horror movie of its own. But
with the Halloween nails, does anybody want us to like extend it to the end of October?
Oh, look at Timmy wanting to give us all extensions here.
I'm just thinking because this is like, we can get like super creative. Like,
Timmy asks if you need more time. If you guys need more time, we can give you an extension. I was just excited about the 23rd. Okay, AFX is saying please. Amanda's saying 23rd is good. Amanda's done already, that's why. Yes, please. Cook Sister Bear says yes, please. Where would I get the info? If you follow our mascara channel and you follow the mascara WhatsApp channel and Instagram channel, you will find all the information on those channels. So go into your WhatsApp channels and you look for mascara, and you can follow there, and we send all the information there. If not on WhatsApp, you can go onto Instagram channels. You can go onto Mascara's page and just follow the Mascara Instagram channel.
You can DM us if you are struggling to find any sort of links, because I know that some people, I discovered this morning, that some people's WhatsApps don't have the channel feature yet. So if you're one of those, you can just send us a DM and we'll send you a link to a different one.
Yes, so just DM us. So yes, so that is kind of like where the competition is. And currently running at the moment is the Mascara Halloween sale, which is running up until, the date did we say? We're just going to double check our dates.
The 26th.
26th.
Yeah.
We did say 26, yes. And that is 25% off, guys. If you order through the Mascara app, you get an extra 10% off the 25%, guys. So if you want to order through the app, man. It just makes sense. So yeah, that sale's running on all products at the moment.
I have some other questions here.
Yes, the 26th. Thanks, Evia. Evia's our PR lady for Mascara in the background.
But these aren't Halloween related questions. I mean, like things or scary story things. But somebody said more information about Supreme, rubber base coat, and the preps. When to use what?
Okay, guys. I think I mentioned this before. When it comes to the preps, we've got the Dehydrate, and then we've got 2 primers. We've got Protein Bond, and we've got 3XV. 3XV is none of our primers need a UV light to cure. Primers don't contain photoinitiators. They don't cure in a UV light. So none of our primers need to cure, and they don't do exactly the same thing. They actually have different functions. If they did the same thing, why would we have 2 primers? Okay, so they do different things. So Protein Bond is a good primer for if you need a general purpose primer. It bonds really well and you've got no issues with like lifting or anything like that. Then you can use Protein Bond. If you are somebody who suffers from lifting, like your nails just lift, no matter how meticulous the prep is, you've got oily nail plates maybe, and the products just tend to lift away, then you can use a product like 3XV. It's made for people who have lifting problems. You'll notice the 3XV is very, very sticky and almost syrupy in comparison to Protein Bond, which is almost watery and very runny, you know? So what you do is, with 3XV, you have to just remember one key secret. It's not even a secret. One key important fact. Always apply super thin layers. And that will give you the ultimate bond. And with Protein Bond, you can just apply one regular layer because it is already as thin as water. And then they don't need to cure in a UV light. All you do is give it a minute just to settle on the nail, and then you can build your product over it. And then we have Supreme, and then we have rubber base coat. And I think that's a popular question of like, what do we use? So maybe we should switch our lights back on. I'm just grabbing a rubber base and a Supreme base.
Somebody asked, is the 3XV HEMA free?
No. The 3XV is, both our primers contain HEMA. If you want a HEMA-free primer, then you're going to use the HEMA-free primer. Let me show you that. The HEMA-free primer is this one in the black bottle with a red label. So if you need a HEMA-free primer, then you buy the HEMA-free primer. This is a non-acid. This is exactly like Protein Bond, but without HEMA. So then you need to get this one, if you prefer. This one you can use cross-board on all products, if you like. So if you want a HEMA-free primer, this is the one that you need to go for. The others do contain HEMA.
Somebody also asked, can you use the one that's the non-clear Supreme foundation to adhere soft gel tips?
You can, as long as provided your soft gel tips is using a clear soft gel tip, I take it, because you know you do get some with colors. But yes, you can use pink or nude to do your application to adhere. In fact, it's actually going to give you a very, very beautiful finish on the nail bed. You know, it's like going to act like a nice mask. So yes, you can adhere tip with a color as well. So here I've got both, guys. I've got rubber base cover pink, and then I've got Supreme pink foundation. People always ask us what like the difference between the two. So rubber base is going to be what I would call your super flex base adhesive. So this is going to give you long wearing color. So if you want to put nail polish on, or I should say gel polish, and you want your colors to last for a very long time, like you want to go 3-4 weeks, a good plus 14 days with color and no chipping, then you use rubber base. Now it's also available in black, white, nude and pink. Nude and pink meaning you can use it as a base if you want to have your colors look more vibrant, then you use nude or pink as your base. I like using this when I'm doing neons, because if you use like a cover to mask the base, I call it almost like a foundation for your nails. So if you're using that on the base, then your colors, like your reds, almost anything, man, your colors just look more vibrant. Okay. And then the thing about this is you can use it in thin layers. You can do this in a foundation layer, but yeah, so rubber base likes to be applied thin, and this will just give you like long lasting wear. So you can apply this like a normal excuse me, just getting my voice back, but you can apply this just in normal layers over the nail, and it creates a nice reinforced surface that is very, very flexible, but at the same time, if you put color over it, it's going to make your color last very, very long. Somebody said, is it true that Supreme is a hybrid mix of builder and rubber base? Well, that's kind of like what I'm going to say. It's going to give you the best of both worlds. So Supreme is kind of like taking a builder and taking a rubber base, and if it had a baby, it would be Supreme. So yes, that's the best description I can give it. Although it's not going to give you the flexibility of the rubber base. So the flexibility is kind of like scaled down a little bit. But Supreme is a high viscosity, so it's super thick, and it gives you the ability to build structure and shape. And it does give you a much stronger nail overlay. So this one's good for overlays, good for structure, and yeah, this one is just like the adhesion on this one is the key player, I would say, because this is the best one to use when you're doing your bonding of your soft gel tips, because it just has so much adhesion power in it, and it makes the application quite easy because it's so super thick and it's easy to work with. So yeah, I love rubber base, but you tend to, we were just discussing this yesterday, you tend to almost find your way back to Supreme, because there's just something about it when you wear it, and I think it's just that durability of wear that it gives you, especially if you're somebody who loves overlays, then this is a good all-in-one product to use. Only thing you need to understand about Supreme is if you've got really, really thin, weak nails, you can't apply this in a thin layer over a weak nail. It's probably going to give you a little bit of chipping niggles. What you need to do then is you have to apply it in a more structured layer to make the nail kind of build up the foundation of the nail so that it lasts. So that's the difference between the two. Supreme is available in rose, it's available in cover pink, it's available in pink and nude, rose, milky white, milky pink, clear.
Yeah, I think we got all of it.
And it's available in
a secret.
In a secret.
Oh my goodness, guys, I almost forgot about that.
A big secret. So yes, we really work hard on the Supreme range, guys. So, because this one is kind of like our star of the show. So yeah, hold on to your little hats for that secret.
Yeah, guys. Oh my goodness. Someone said, would you suggest?
Would you suggest? That is drinking the monomer here in the background.
Would you suggest using Supreme
when using dual forms? You know, whenever I think of putting a builder gel that is liquidy into a dual form, my mind struggles around the fact that you can get too much product transfer onto the skin because of the nature of the product. I would suggest maybe, stick to maybe like the thick builder gels, or stick to using poly gel, infinity gel systems in dual forms. But you can use this in a dual form if you're going to cure layers beforehand. So you put it in cure, and then you take that cured product and then attach it to the nail. But then it would be best to do it in clear so that you get good curing. But that would actually be alive in its own. You're giving me an idea, guys. So we can do sort of something. I can also add this to our list for next week, a way that you can use Supreme in a dual form for somebody who may have a nail that needs some extra assistance, but you want to use Supreme. So let us just master our technique before we show you.
Someone also been working on a HEMA-free Supreme.
Supreme is HEMA-free already. Yeah, so all our Supreme gels is HEMA-free formulas.
Somebody asked, what is HEMA actually?
HEMA, hydroxyethyl methacrylate. So HEMA is a monomer that we add into gels, and one of its main functions is obviously for adhesion and bonding. The problem is the molecule of HEMA is really, really small, and it can cause issues with irritation. That's why it gets classed as a high function allergen, because of the fact that it can penetrate the skin easy and you can become allergic to HEMA quite fast. The problem with HEMA is not HEMA. This is what we must understand. Everybody's running around HEMA, and it's not HEMA. HEMA is only a problem if it's not cured properly. And when it becomes a problem is when you don't use the correct lamps and you get undercuring, and then you've got traces of uncured product, and that uncured product gets onto the skin, onto the nail, and that's when HEMA has its opportunity to get onto the skin and cause issues. So it's not HEMA itself in the product. We use HEMA under 5% in all mascara products that contain HEMA. Now, when you do have formulations that are, sometimes the problem is with, with very less understated or unregulated formulas. What you will find is they will use very high concentrations of HEMA because it gives good bonding. So the cheap products, sometimes you wear it on your nails and you say it's a good product because it really lasts, and you find it's, it doesn't even lift, but it could be because the concentrations of the HEMA is so high in it. They add more HEMA to make it stick better, if you know what I'm trying to say. So that's the thing with HEMA. HEMA is a monomer that we add into lots of acrylic products. It's been used for many, many years. HEMA is not banned, surprisingly, Seeing that there's such a lot of people who talk about HEMA, it really hasn't been banned because it hasn't been found to be an issue. It's an issue when you don't work with it correctly. So when it's not cured and you get undercuring and you get overexposure to uncured gels, that is when HEMA becomes a problem. But HEMA is very safe to work with provided you do what you're supposed to do. That is, use the correct lamps, work in thin layers, make sure that the gel's curing properly. You shouldn't have any problems with HEMA at all. Yeah. People become allergic to HEMA also because they mix brands. So that can also cause a problem. Mixing brands, because then you get undercuring that starts to happen, and then it becomes a problem. So I've always said, let us not demonize the HEMA because it's not bad. It's got a really good function in products. But it's all in the way you use it. So that's what HEMA is. It's just a molecule or a monomer that we add to gels. It does have the potential to cause allergic reactions if it's left on the nail in an uncured state. And because its molecule is so small, it has more potential to cause issues because it gets on the skin and it can get into the skin and cause reactions to happen.
Someone said, hey, is there a reason why the potted milky pink boulder gel gets really warm when curing?
The potted milky pink gels, those are still based on our old boulder gel systems. So what you need to remember is when you're using the potted gel systems, you need to just remember to apply them in thinner layers. If you get heat spikes out of the potted gel systems because you have the layers too thick, so there's more bulk product on the nail. So when the curing happens, it gives off a lot of heat during the polymerization process. So I should say the curing process. But work in thinner layers to lessen your chance of a heat spike. Also, use the low heat setting on your lamp. There's a 99-second button on the lamp, which is a very low heat setting. So it takes you through like a dim light to a brighter light. So I would say cure on the low heat, and you should get less heat spike out of the potted boulder gels.
She says as well as the Supreme gels.
Same applies with Supreme. Remember, Supreme, like I said in the beginning, Supreme is based on a boulder system as well. You need to make sure that you're not applying too much bulk on the nail, because bulk product, when the UV light, when you switch the light, if I put a blob of Supreme on my nail, like a lot of Supreme, that's like a lot of people. Once we did a crazy live where we explained the heat spike, I don't even remember. That's like if you put like a lot of product on the nail, think of it like this, where you've got a lot of children on the playground, like a lot. And the minute we switch the light on, the children get so excited, they want to grab onto this light, but they start scrambling over each other to grab the light because there's too little light and too many children, if you know what I'm trying to say. So they're all trying to get a piece of this light. And when they bump into each other on the playground so vigorously to grab onto this light, they create a lot of friction between each other, and it's a lot of heat being generated. That's what happens. The molecules are sitting there in a pile, and they generate a lot of heat because it's a lot of molecules and then this light that it's trying to grab onto. But if you put a thinner layer on, and that means I've got less children in the playground, when the light shines, there's space and the children don't need to bump into each other, and there's enough light for everybody, so they all sit comfortably in their little space. So the curing is much better and much gentler. So that's what low heat does. Low heat will bring in the light slowly so that the children see the light, and then some of them it will get brighter and then more will see the light. Not all of them seeing it at one stage. It's like we're giving it to them in doses, and then they don't generate so much heat. So yeah, if you want to build in the structured format where you build, you know, where you put the blob on and you swooping it over the nail, you can do that, but just make sure that you don't put too much product on the nail so that it's too thick, and make sure that you maybe use the low heat setting so that we don't get so much heat generating during the cure. So basically it's the children's fault. Gregor, it is not the children's fault. It's the school teacher's fault for putting so much children on the playground. So basically that's the problem. So as a nail tech, you want to watch how much product you put on the nail, and you want to see that you don't like bulk up too much so that you get. Here's the other thing also, guys. If you put these big blobs of product on the nail, gels cure very fast on the top surface layers, and sometimes they cure so fast that they don't allow more light to get all the way through to the bottom layers, and then you sit with uncured bottom layers. So this is why we always say it's good to work in thinner layers, because you know you're getting good cure through the layers, as opposed to putting on big amounts of product and then you're actually only curing through like 70%, but then there's still a percentage that's left behind that's semi-cured, uncured. You know what I'm trying to say? So
Some said, do you think it's better to use the hanging lamp for curing, then it won't burn the hand? I know they're talking about like the flash one.
Do you mean like the flash cure lamp? No, a flash cure lamp helps to set in between, but you're still going to need to put it into the big lamp. This is not going to cure product all the way through if you're talking about a flash cure. This is just going to give you enough light to set something into place. So you still, from this lamp, will have to put it into the big lamp to give it the final cure, because this has only got 9 LEDs. This 9 LEDs is not going to generate enough intensity to cure and polymerize a gel nail. Remember the big thing, guys. Gels can be cured 50% of the way, and then it's still uncured, meaning like you can get it to 50% cure and it will look hard, it will feel hard, it will shine, it will have structure, but it's only 50% cured. And we need to get gels to be safe. You need to get gels past 80-85% curing to know that it's safe on the nail. Gel systems will never cure to 100%. That's the industry, that is kind of an interesting fact. But it needs to get past a certain point of percentage, and it's normally like 85% and higher. 80-85% higher. If it's any lower than that, then you're gonna set yourself up for problems. So you can use your flash cure lamp to like flash cure things into place. So maybe you've built a really nice structure and you don't want to lose it. Then you can flash cure that structure so then it holds that shape for you, but you're still gonna have to cure it in your full power lamp to get the rest of your cure all the way through. Yes. Thicker doesn't mean stronger. That is true. Do you have, is there any, it's Gregor's children. It's Gregor's children.
This might be a tricky question to answer.
Okay.
But somebody said, hold on, let me open it. Top 5 starter colors for a beginner nail tech.
Oh, top 5 starter colors.
There's the core classic kit, which is
Yeah,
quite
the
nice.
core classic kit was based on a starter must-have. You know, I'm gonna say you're gonna need a red.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a black. You're gonna need a white. I'm gonna go back to the old school days of when we were training students, and what did you give a starter? What did you give a student in a kit to learn with? Red, black, white, French manicure. So that was like a nude, which goes with the white. And then we would give them like a coral.
Oh yeah.
And one pearlescent or shimmer gel. More pearlescent. I'll tell you why. Pearl is going to humbleize you. You're going to be humbled by the pearl, because when we used to teach painting pearl polish, you know, when you paint pearl and you see the grain of the shimmer in the product, when we painted pearl, our pearl had to be straight. Our lecturer would look at the glitter, and your glitter had to be straight. There could be no swooping lines, because that showed that your nail brush was moving. You know what was weird back in the day? What were those lecturers on? Viewers. So pearl, to learn to see that your pearl was even, straight, and no drag lines. French manicure for obvious reasons, to paint French manicures. Red to paint, because red shows you exactly where you've painted on the skin. Black and white, because black is hard to paint also. Black was also one of the colors to see that you've painted perfectly. But you know, you guys these days, you guys have it easy, because painting back in the day with colors that were not what the colors are today. Today the colors are made with formulations that make it so user friendly. But back in the day, no, you had to paint, and then they would hold your nails up to the light, and if there was any unevenness, back to the drawing board for you to paint. It was very hard back in the day. It was terrible. I still have trauma. And we had to paint with nail polish. Do you know that I can't paint with nail polish anymore? I'm so used to painting with gel. Give me a bottle of nail polish. I'm like an absolute beginner with nail polish.
Yeah. I use nail polish on my toes, but then I was too lazy to wait for it to dry. So I decided to paint gel on my toes. But I didn't use any primer. I didn't use any base coat, because I wanted it off my toes like really soon. Do you think I can get it off my toes? It's like stuck there.
Because Timmy's toenails is like tree bark.
Oh wow.
It's holding onto the polish. It's dehydrated. Did you wipe it with acetone before you started? That's probably...
Only cleanser.
Yes, so it's nice and prepped, and now the polish is stuck.
Oh no, guys. And then I did something horrible. I tried to see if I could pop it off, but it wouldn't even pop off. Sorry. I was that desperate. I ate it on my toes, but now it's like stuck there forever.
Why would you pop off your toenails?
Now I'm thinking, how do I soak it off?
We're going to ban Timmy from this live. So listen to the true story, horror stories that's coming out from Timmy. So, popping out here. Oh, mine is on the live. Hi, Armand. I missed you last week. I didn't see. I was too busy making a snake.
Oh, here's a snake.
I didn't even look up from that live, because I was like, what am I making? A snake. Yes, guys, I'm very proud of my snake. I was looking at it all week.
Yeah, actually, we're even gonna buy like a special
We're gonna buy a special
frame
frame for it. acetone on cotton wool and foil. Yes. Am I late for this live today? Not really, Monique. We were just talking a lot of crazy stuff to begin with.
Maybe I'll use alchemy on my toes.
Maybe that will work for you. Yeah. But yes, don't do what Timmy does, guys, please. Timmy's advice is far leading.
Don't do that. Don't do that to your toes.
Who has a question here? KT has a question. I wanted to know where you got your see-through stand you used last week.
What see-through stand?
Oh,
our snake is somewhere.
Amanda, are you talking about... Amanda's talking about one of our stands that we got from our creative department.
The Perspex. Oh.
The Perspex stand. We got that from our creative department. We can find out for you. Amand said he was busy fishing. You are excused. We'll find out, Amanda, where those perspex stands come from.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. We have one more. I want to read our one more our winner actually for today. We must read her story.
They like her little chemical romance.
Oh, our little boxing. Can you guys see that behind us? Oh, wow. Yes. Oh, wait, guys, here's our set. I'm going to brag again with our set. With our Beetlejuice set. I've decided that I'm going to start making more of these sets, guys. You guys have totally inspired me so that I can spend hours here making more of these crazy sets. Did this show already?
No, but you can show them.
Oh, Timmy's painting all the pink swatches.
Don't they look pretty?
This was Timmy's.
Oh, and it's Nippy's on the website.
It's Nippy's on the website, people. You guys have asked us all week for It's Nippy. It's Nippy is on the web. This is beautiful. Which one is this?
On Wednesdays.
Wow, sometimes we do look past colors, eh?
Well, guys, don't look at my outgrown nails, but... Oh, you can't even see it because of the green light.
You see now. Okay, so let us just put our set together once again, guys, so that we can show you.
Someone said Radiant needs like 5 coats. Really? Because I painted it on... I think this is Radiant. And I swear I only used 3 coats.
It probably depends on how thin you're going with your layers as well. If you paint really, really thin, then it could take you 3 coats to do it. But here we go, guys. Ta-da!
Wow.
Yes. So this was our Halloween set, guys. The sandworm from... Why did they call it a sandworm? The sandworm from Beetlejuice.
I still need to watch that movie.
That is terrible.
Wow, look at your lashes from this filter.
What's wrong with that? Wow, I have amazing lashes.
Just realized that. Wow.
From the person who has no lashes. A person with no lashes to lashes. Lashes to lashes. But yes, this is our little set, guys. Now, we've been seeing the work coming through and it's so, so cute.
Someone said Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice! Yo, that was my highlight of my live last week. Why do we always end up with something funny that happens? So this is Beetlejuice, guys. If you need to know where that originates from, you can go and watch our live on YouTube.
Yeah.
We uploaded this live on YouTube.
Wow, V said she's on her way to a store now. Wave outside the window. You'll see our green light.
V, just wave outside the window and then, yeah, we'll know that you're here.
We'll know that you're here. We'll shine our green lights and you can see.
So yes, guys, so you better come up with some. Guys, we're waiting. I bought the It's Nippy because I can't find a video about find the video about
it.
it.
It's going up on Monday, guys. Sorry. But I don't even want to show everybody. And then that's the swatch right there.
Okay, so and It's Nippy. This is It's Nippy swatch, right?
I feel like our green light might be messing around a little bit here.
This is It's Nippy's swatch.
Let's get it to focus a little bit on you. Yeah. I don't think our green light is helping, but
yes, our ambience of Halloween in the studio today is not helping. The pink colors.
Yeah.
It's Timmy that wanted the room to be green today.
I should have something different.
But guys, next week for the winning prize giving competition, we're gonna do our best to be in costume.
I'll post the swatch video on Instagram, guys.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
Tell me, what's up with your playlist today?
I don't know.
Okay, the lighting is bad. Our lighting is green, guys.
Okay, guys, everybody stop attacking me. I will post the video.
Timmy's gonna post the video so that you can see the colors. Okay. Guys, and then today, for our prize, we're giving away a voucher. And our voucher that we're giving away today was for somebody. We made a competition in the week where we thought, let us do something a little bit different with our voucher giveaway and share your scary story online. Like, your funny, scary story online, so that we can see what you got up to with, like, in your life in terms of nails and scary stuff. And if you shared it with us and we selected you, then you could have won a voucher. So our winner today...
Oh, I thought we were going to read some more stories.
Oh, must we read more stories?
Maybe like 2 more.
Timmy wants us to read more stories. Okay, let's find another story here. Okay, this is a story from... Is this Lily? Lily Q Hair and Nail Boutique. Lily _ Q Hair. Am I right? Yes, I'm saying it properly. Q Hair and Nail Boutique. Okay, so she says it's not quite. She's not quite sure if anyone will see this as a horror story, but it still spooks her daily. She had a client who once wanted a simple dotted like flower, like an AI design. Ooh, there the horror already starts. AI designs. I tried my best and she wasn't sold on the design. She then took my art brush out of my hands and gave me a full tutorial on how to do a dotted flower.
Oh, wow.
After 3 attempts and 3 more of her taking the brush and showing me, she made the flower and told me to just fix it up and make it look a little bit neater. After 2 hours of attempting the flowers, they were done. To this day, she still has a complex about art and making dotted flowers, which is basic art. That day, I even contemplated removing nail art from her bio. No, this is a sad story. But did you charge a full price when she left? Because I don't care who's drawing the flower, you're going to pay full price before you leave the salon. Yes, I also had customers who used to take stuff out of my hands while I was busy. But you know what you do? Just let them. And then, like I say, when they get to the till, you just charge them the full price. So if that auntie wants to file her nails or draw her own dotted nails, it's cool. You can make you a cup of coffee. You come back. But listen, AI art is really the work of the devil. Hey? When people come sending you, say, send me some inspiration. And then you get an AI picture. And then you try to explain to the auntie, this is AI. They don't want to know anything. So, yeah. Okay, AI is from the devil. This is from Nikita Darwoods. Yes, Darwoods. During one busy Friday, I was applying... Oh, this is a scary story. During one busy Friday, I was applying tips when one just would not stick properly. Okay, when one just would not stick properly. I read it twice and I pressed down firmly. The customer suddenly screamed. Her natural nail had split down the middle underneath it without us realizing.
Oh my gosh, my stomach just flipped.
It looked like something out of a Halloween movie. We both froze. Lesson learned. When something does not feel right, don't force it. So did you press the nail?
Oh my word.
Like on there, and then her natural nail tore up the middle.
Maybe there was already like a fine, like little split, and then just pressing on it like...
It even makes my gums feel funny.
Yeah.
Wow, guys. The injury stories that came through.
You're the injury stories.
The injury stories is the scariest stories of all. And then we also got some AI stories as well.
Oh yes, we got
some
AI.
ChatGPT stories as well, guys. The cuticle nipper story I did read already yesterday. And then let me see if there's anybody else here. Yes, we read most of the stories to me. And then the winner's story. Yeah, I don't know, like if you push a nail right through. I'm just checking on the comments to see if there's any more coming through, any more. Hey, where are you located? We are located in Cape Town, Joburg, and the Eastern Cape, Port Elizabeth and East London. We have stores in those areas. It's okay to do nails on slightly damaged nails, or is it best to wait for them to grow out? If the nails are slightly damaged, yeah, it should be fine for you to work. Just work carefully. Don't overbuff the natural nail. If the nails are really, really damaged, I would suggest maybe just leaving them to grow out a little bit. You don't want to work on really, really damaged nails. It could cause the nail plates to lift off the nail beds. Like onycholysis can happen from trauma on the nail bed. So if the nail beds are really damaged, don't. Where in Joburg are you? We are in Kempton Park. Yeah, otherwise if you're not close by, remember you can order online. So you can order at mascara.co.za as well. Okay guys, so we're going to read our winner's story now, and her name is Yvette. And Yvette's story started with, she sent us the story and she also sent us some gruesome pictures to go along with the story. We can't show the pictures on TikTok though.
Someone's asking a question here, but I think I missed it.
It might just be Kempton Park is very far for me. Then order online. You can download our website. You can download our app as well onto your phone, and then we do delivery as well. So check our online store. We've got everything on the online store as well.
And we do Pogo.
So we do Pogo. We do door to door. So yeah, check out our website. We've got it all organized there for you if the stores are out of reach for you. So yeah. Okay. What question were you missing to me?
I'm not sure. I missed the question here. Someone said, thank you. We'll see if Timmy sees. Guys, repeat it.
Timmy missed a question. It's going to bother. She won't be able to sleep tonight, guys. So if you can. Yeah. Yes, the art challenges and the live giveaways are different. Am I right, Timmy? Oh, that was Gregor.
Someone said I must flash the pictures of the winning story very quick.
Ooh, yes.
That's going to make me throw up.
Okay, so this customer had trauma on a nail, guys. So this is how the story goes. Photo 1. Yesterday morning at a school drop-off, my nail got caught in the car door handle. And being in a rush, I slammed the door unknowingly and ripped my nail clean out. That was picture 1. Timmy will show you the pictures. Picture 2. Post soak as we speak. I was scrolling through Instagram and it lifted my spirits when I read your post. So she saw our story about the Halloween horror stories. This is by far my spookiest nail story. I do my own nails, but a dear friend of mine had to help me out today with a full, seeing that I literally cannot use my hand. Guys, pictures attached.
Oh. Sorry. I can't look at it.
Guys, the lady's nail is gone.
Ooh.
It came out, clean out by the root.
Oh my gosh.
Gone. And that was enough to say to us that this is a really bad horror story.
Does it look like red nail polish?
It looks like red nail polish.
It does. At first I thought so too.
At first
we thought, I was like...
And then we were like, that is a finger without a nail. Like gone. Gone out of the top, missing. It's in the door handle, somewhere lying in the street. So, Yvette, we hope that your nail grows back. And it grows back in good spirits and looks like it should when it grows back. And you are our winner today, Yvette, for the Halloween horror story of what happens to my nails in a horror story situation.
Yeah.
Because the pictures attached and just
Giving
that short
zombie.
Story was giving us a zombie vibe, yes. We were like...
And it made our stomachs like...
Yes, Timmy was very troubled by the pictures.
Yeah.
She looked very pale.
Yeah. It's just because like I know you're looking at it and you're like, it doesn't look that bad, but the more you look close, the more you realize...
It's when you stare at the picture, man.
The more you see like, it's just the open nail bed.
Yeah.
Like so you can see the...
She says, Luyanda said it doesn't look as bad. Trust me.
You can see the gap where the nail used to be.
You can see where the root goes in and everything. So when you sit and you stare at that picture for long, or when you have a good look at that picture, then you realize just how minced meat it actually is.
Oh, someone wants to know if you can win the competition even if you won a voucher a few weeks ago.
Okay, so the rules of the competitions is impress. Okay, if you win a competition and you've won, so it's a 6-week cycle period. So if you've won a voucher within the last 6 weeks in any of our like voucher giveaway competitions, then no, we will recycle your voucher. So we give it a 6-week period so that we create a little bit of fairness so that everybody gets an opportunity to win. So if you do enter and we select you as a winner on the live and we happen to call out your name and they do see on the online side that you've won a voucher within that time period, then they will notify you and say your voucher is going to be recycled, or this week you didn't make the voucher because you've won. But it's normally a 6-week cycle to win a voucher. And then the same with the nail art competitions. So the nail art competitions, if you've won a nail art competition, then you can enter again. There's no need to not enter. I mean, we love seeing your nail art. And then it's also a 6-week cycle, just to make it fair. Because guys, I don't know, man, about you, but with me, you can sometimes have nail art competitions where you say, right, everybody go and vote for your favorite nail art. We didn't want it like that, because you know what happens? We've seen it before. It's the same old people that win all the time. And then what fun is that for everybody? And then people get discouraged. Because it's the same person winning all the time. And we're looking for different things. We're looking you can be a novice, you can be a professional. We're looking at all different elements of it. And we're just doing how this whole thing, I explained it on a few lives already. But how this whole challenge thing started was surely, it was just by fluke. It started when we said something in Afrikaans which was totally wrong, and then we spoke about the little tortoise, and then everybody was like, wow, because we had so much fun with that conversation, why didn't we do a little tortoise challenge? And everybody then painted little nail art tortoises the next week, and that just kind of grabbed our emotions so much that we were like, we need to give people some vouchers for this, because it takes time and effort to do it. And then from there, every week we just thought, you know what? This was so much fun. Let's start challenging each other on a monthly basis to do something fun. And we'll sponsor you guys with some prizes. And that's why we are today. When did the School Pot Challenge start?
Sure. When did that
I think
start,
we
guys?
did that in early, man. Like April, March somewhere. And we've been doing challenges every month. But we didn't want ours to be like other competitions out there. We wanted it
June.
Was it June? Okay. We wanted it to be fun for everybody. And it was also a means of us helping you guys create some cool content for your social media pages. Because we had this live also where we spoke about social media and how hard it is to keep your customers, let's call it gripped to your news feeds, and what can we show them. And we were like, sometimes if you do a little bit of extraordinary things and you post it, that's also fun. So all positives. It's all about the nail art fun. You get to post some things on your social media pages. You get to practice your skills and things that you don't necessarily do all the time. So there's just positives and no negatives about it. The only negative that can happen is when, we start getting too competitive, and then it's like the same people winning all the time. And then it just takes the buzz out of it. And some people also have a following, and then it makes it unfair, I feel, to those who are maybe up and coming and really starting. It makes it hard for them to get 100 likes as opposed to somebody who's maybe got a following that's much less. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why when we select the winners this side, we do it with all our guys in-house. From our warehouse right up to our guys upstairs in the design department. We have all your images posted on the wall, and everybody just selects and we see what is there. So that's why if you look at our winners through the weeks, you'll see it's all different. we just choose things for the sake of like how we see you depicted it. Like you could think it's like the simplest thing, like just a little bolletjie painted on a nail or whatever, but we can see like how much thought went into it. So that's how we would select it from there on. So it's really just a challenge for fun and like keeping a good community, a good healthy community going of nail techs going, and like not this competitiveness. There's a lot of competitiveness out there. People get ugly. Ooh. This beauty industry, people can get really, you know how it goes. You know how it goes, Mr. Me. People get crazy out there. Sometimes I walk out here, I think to myself, I better put a helmet on. It gets crazy out there. Okay, guys, do you have any more questions for us? This is a very mellow live this week, guys.
Yes, because we're getting ready to see Charmaine's nails next week that she's doing.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do a.
Everyone remember that, and then I wrestle on Instagram, ask her every day, "Are you doing nails? Are you doing nails?"
I will spare a few nails, and then we can do some.
Yeah.
We can do some acrylic. Okay, we'll do some acrylic on our nails. So I take it we're not doing any full cover tips. I'll have to do acrylic.
No, throw that out the door. Just joking.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Timmy's now putting pressure on me again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought, I'll leave my nails. I'll probably do my nails when it's Christmas. Anyway. And dual forms. Okay. Yeah. Yes. We're going to do that dual form thing. And so true as Barbie, this week I tested a little dual form thing that I wanted to show you guys. And I thought, I didn't have enough time to busy week, guys. And I thought, I want to show everybody this because this is a really cool way to help people who might need a little help with their nails. It's a really cool way to utilize your Supreme with a dual form. I'm going to show you that as well. Okay.
So I think somebody's asking if the nail art competition and the
Christmas moods.
The nail art competition vouchers and hold on. Someone's asking if the live vouchers are different to the winning of the set.
When we do live vouchers, we give away little vouchers. Let's call them participation vouchers that we give away. The prizes can vary from week to week because remember, we've got like the guys in our management also who decide, hey guys, let's do something fun this week. So sometimes it can change. So it's important to like keep in step with us, guys, because you never know what's going to happen.
So I think they're asking if they win a voucher on the live, or they're able to win a voucher in the...
No, yes you are. Look, that is two separate things. So if you've won a voucher on the live, on a giveaway...
Guys, Yvette messaged us. I think she's on a live.
Who messaged us? Oh, Yvette, yes, you won. We hope your nail's okay.
Yeah, girl. Oh my goodness. Use that voucher to buy nail armor.
We were so worried about your nail. Oh, yet. And the pictures, poor Temi sat here. She was like...
Yeah, I was crushed.
She was crushed by the pictures. Yeah, that's the only way we can we can say it. Oh, but now wait, we're jumping again from pillar to post. We do my car, like with stuff like this, eh? Oh, so if you won a voucher in like a giveaway where it was like us asking questions and yes, you can enter it's two separate things. Okay, so so let's say you won a voucher last week and now you're entering nail art, you still stand a chance to win the nail art. It's two separate competitions. Yeah, it's either or. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, I hope that doesn't confuse everybody. Does it? Am I confusing everyone?
I think that's pretty much. Yeah. Amanda did ask a question. She said that she knows the thing as undercuring, but is there such a thing as overcuring?
Yes, there most definitely is a thing as overcuring. You can push it to the limits of overcure. Like some people, like a manufacturer will say 60 seconds for a gel polish, like, depending. And then some people, if you're using the correct lamp, your 60 seconds should be sufficient and enough. But now, let's say you're not using a lamp that's so lekker, or a lamp that you're not sure of. Then some people say, to safeguard myself, they say 60 seconds, I'm going to do it for 2-3 minutes. That's a problem because that could be overcuring. And overcuring causes a gel to go, it can cause a gel to become brittle. I think brittle is the best way I can put it. And then also what will happen is that as you're wearing, you don't see the effects of it immediately, but as your customer's wearing it over a period of time, you could experience chipping and lifting and just general color fade and inconsistency in color. It could happen along the way because of an overkill. Look, there is this kind of word in the industry where they say overkill is better than underkill, but I think they both have, it's like a double-edged sword. Overkill means your sets are not going to last as good as they should, and undercuring means you're going to stand a risk of overexposing yourself to products that can cause, or ingredients that can cause allergies. So the only way that I always say that you're really in a safe zone is if you know you're using the right lamp. It's kind of your only safeguard. It's such a finicky thing, so it's kind of like the only way I can feel assured of what I'm doing is because I'm using the right lamp. That's kind of at the end of the day what the story is. Okay, guys. What other questions did I miss here? Okay, so guys, remember our competition. This is are we extending the competition?
Guys,
okay, we're going to extend it. Yeah. We decided we're going to extend it. So then that means the date for cut-off is not the 23rd anymore.
We'll update everything, because then that means you guys have basically an extra
week.
2 weeks. You got this week and you got next week basically. Because Halloween is technically on
the
31st, which is on a Friday.
Okay. Then the cutoff date will be the 30th.
Yes.
Okay, so the cutoff date has changed. The 30th is the cutoff date for the Halloween competition. The 31st is Halloween. That also gives us more time to get a costume, guys.
Yes. So, okay, everybody.
Yeah, we're going to make it special.
So, guys, then we have sad news. That's going to be like basic. Then the next one
then we're not going to... Then when do we see you? You're going to be busy with your bookings, guys?
Then after the Halloween competition is our last nail art competition for the year. Because we're going to cut it off there. Because
we know you're going to get busy now.
Yeah.
People's coming for staff functions and Christmas.
And holiday.
You guys, listen now.
Everyone's getting their sloffies out, so...
Yeah, sloffies is out. Yes, it's sloffy season. It's coming. It's sloffy season soon. My sloffies is out.
Whoa.
The other day I had my sloffies on.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
When I was taking my pictures, you had
I was at Timmy's wedding pictures in my sloffies, guys. In a gale force winds in my sloffies. I was the only one with sloffies. But anyway.
Yes, the Christmas nail art competition will be our last one.
Yes, that will be our last one.
Thanksgiving. We don't really celebrate Thanksgiving.
But you can incorporate Thanksgiving into your Christmas.
Yeah. Like a turkey.
So if you want to do a turkey,
yeah,
you can do it, because turkey is also relevant for Christmas. Yeah.
True.
We're going to build a 3D turkey on this.
Yeah. Someone said Black Friday nail art. Ooh,
no,
guys.
no. Mm-mm. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, guys, listen. As we're heading, also as we're winding down now to the end of the year, you guys don't become scarce now and now abandon us because you're busy with your bookings. Leave us playing in the background.
Like background music.
Yes, put on the live and do your customers, and you can still hear us talking nonsense in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't mind as long as we know that we're on somewhere. Okay. Okay, guys. So next week I will do my nails. But now I can't do all my nails on the live, guys. So I'm going to leave some nails free so that we can do them together.
Yes.
And that's only because I'm slow. But I'm just saying. I'm not a fast nail tech, guys. I'm a retired nail tech.
So basically, we're going to do one nail next week. Oh gosh, guys.
No, I'm not that bad.
Okay, 2 nails, guys.
Yeah. Why don't you do your nails, seeing that you being Miss Chitter here?
Guys, I'm done with long nails.
Show the people how Halloween terrible you are with your nails.
But my
I
nails
don't understand Timmy's nails
beautiful.
grows out like rockets. Like, I don't know what.
I literally just did this.
She put them on and the next day they're grown out already.
Yeah.
It's not normal. I told her this is not normal. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. You see, the Althea, see, she's literally doing washing and listening to us.
Yeah.
That is how you do it. That is how you do it. Okay, Okay, guys. So if you need any backtracking on lives for information, it is on YouTube. But otherwise, our dates have changed. 30th is the cutoff. 31st, we'll announce the winners. Next week, I will be missing on nails here, on my own nails. Because that's what Timmy said. And then, yeah. So, guys, if you want to Yvette, our competition winner, we will contact you to let you know how we're going to get your voucher to you and on your profile. Then you can liquor shop. And we've got a sale going, guys. So just remember the sale's going, 25% off. And you can get an extra 10% on the app. Okay, everybody. So have a nice weekend. And we'll catch you next week. And yes, I will have nails on next week.
Yeah,
okay.
Finally.
Bye, guys.